Welcome to the EmpowerHer Wellness podcast. I'm Morgan, and I'm thrilled to be your host and wellness coach as we navigate the path to a healthier, more confident you. As the owner of Get Fit With Me, I bring years of experience in personal training, nutrition, and coaching to each episode. Join me as we explore practical tips and strategies for fitness, nutrition, mindset, and more, all tailored for busy women just like you. Let's empower your wellness journey and achieve lasting transformation together. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to an episode of the EmpowerHer Wellness podcast. I'm your host and coach, Morgan Ekovich, and today we're going to keep it to a nice short episode talking about 5 things we can do to navigate those fitness plateaus and reignite your progress. So we're just going to dive right into it. Number one thing we need to be doing is reassess and adjust our workout routine. So first thing we need to think about is how long have we been doing our current workout routine? The same exact moves, the same exact exercises, the same exact weights, reps, sets, volume, all of it. Has it been a substantial amount of time? Has it been 6 weeks, 8 weeks, things like that? If so, we are in need for a change. So that can look like, okay, I've been doing split squats, do lunges instead. I've been doing body weight squats. Okay, we're ready to add some weight and do weighted squats. It can look a few different ways here. And I'm going very general on today's episode. So if you have hit a fitness plateau and you're like, I need some help, I don't know where to start, you've shared the strategies, but I just don't know what that next step is, go to the show notes, send me a message. We can work through that together one-on-one. I'm going to get a breakdown of what you've been doing and I'll give you some suggestions. So go to the show notes, grab my email, send me an email that says I want to talk about getting through my fitness plateau. And I'm happy to help. So when we think about this, we want to really get an idea of how much weight have we been using? Have we worked on increasing our weight? Have we worked on increasing our sets or our reps? If not, that is where I would start. Is I would first see, what am I doing consistently? What changes have I made, if any? And if I haven't made any, I'm going to try to increase my weight. We don't want to increase our weight and our reps and our sets. We want to increase one of those 3 at a time. So if you haven't done any of it, I recommend starting with some weight. If you've been using a 10 pounder, go to a 12 pounder or go to a 15 pounder, whatever you have available. New exercises, like I said, so if you've been doing split squats, maybe we start doing lunges, or we've been doing body weight squats, we add some weight to that. What that's going to do is it's going to challenge the body. We're still going to work the muscles we need to work, but we're going to challenge the body in a different way. It's another way in that same category of reassess and adjust our workout routine. Those are just little tweaks we can do. To go a little bit deeper, we can increase that volume and intensity. So, for instance, progressive overload. That is when we are over time doing the same movements and progressively building that strength. So, the easiest way for me to explain this is you're doing 10 body weight squats, you're doing 3 rounds, and it feels great. Okay, can we add a 5-pound weight? Yes. Awesome. We do 3 rounds of 10 with a 5-pound weight. While that still feels pretty easy. Over time, we get to using, let's say, a 15-pound weight, holding it at our chest, doing those squats. And finally, by those last couple reps, we feel some challenge. Awesome. Let's stick there for a little bit. And when those feel easy, like those first couple rounds did, we increase our weight again. Same thing goes with our reps and our sets. So weight is usually the one that's a little bit easier to play with and people understand the most. Like I said in the last tip I just gave, we don't want to increase our reps, our sets, and our weight all at the same time. Pick one, start with weight. After that, that's where I work with clients in our 90-day Kickstart program to create those workout routines that work for them that are progressively getting more challenging. When we slowly over time build on that weight and we build on our reps and our sets, that's going to, 1, make us stronger, and 2, it's going to make sure that we are doing it safely so that we have proper form, that our body is building at a good speed. So once we've assessed where we're at, we then want to look at increasing one of those areas. The next area of focus. So once we've done those and we feel like, okay, I've been doing that, next thing we need to look at is our nutrition. So we want to make sure that we are having proper nutrition. And a lot of times we aren't. If you've been solely focusing on exercise and you haven't been focusing on any nutrition, this is your time to just start focusing on nutrition. That could be the overall game changer for you. What I recommend doing is starting a food log, and that food log is essentially a baseline of what you are eating. Start off, if it seems daunting, start off by just what are you eating, then go to how much are you eating of what you are eating. And then from there, send me an email, submit it to me. I'll let you know where we are missing some things and what we need to be doing to add some nutrition in. Another thing we do in our 90-day Kickstart program, we create a baseline and we build habits that are going to last more than those 90 days, but they're going to get us through that plateau. So it looks differently for everybody in this program. But when we look at our nutrition, a lot of times we are not getting the right macronutrients. We're not getting enough protein. We're under eating on our carbohydrates. We're not having healthy fats. We're getting fat, but we're not getting those healthy fats. We're missing some fiber, things like that. So it's really important that we understand and we know what we're putting in our body, especially as we are starting to lift more and lift heavier. Proper recovery is super important. And we're going to talk about recovery next, because that is another area that tends to be why we are in a plateau. But that nutrition area that we're in right now, if you've been doing your exercise great, you've been progressively overloading, you've been getting stronger, but you're not seeing or feeling the changes like you want to, nutrition is that area that we need to dial in. And it may mean you have been having good nutrition, but you just need some tweaks. Those tweaks, that little dial in is important. So just start food logging again. Not saying you have to do it forever, but just start doing it again. Start to see the things that you're noticing of, oh, I've been noticing I've been doing that more and I wasn't doing that and I was feeling better when I wasn't. Great. All about that awareness. The other things that fall into that nutrition is our water intake. Hey, we need to stay hydrated. We need to stay hydrated, making sure that for females, we're drinking 60 to 90 ounces and males, we're drinking 90 to 120 ounces a day. A lot of that doesn't happen. And sometimes it could just be we're not drinking enough water, and that may get you through that plateau. Plateau could mean a few different things. Is it plateau where we just feel like we can't get any stronger? Is it plateau where we feel like we just can't lose those extra pounds? Plateau is going to look different to each of you. But all of these concepts apply no matter what that plateau looks like for you. Prioritize rest and recovery. When we kick off on our fitness journey, we tend to be very excited and gung ho and do all the things, which I absolutely love. But the downside is we push really hard and we don't give ourselves enough rest and recovery days. So that can mean like light cardio, going out for a light walk. It can mean taking a yoga class, like a low impact yoga class, not arms, abs, and assets like I took a couple months ago, which kicked my ass. Great class, but kicked my ass. That something low key, flexibility, doing things like that on your off days, foam rolling, even post workout, making sure you are in a good stretching routine, pre workout, making sure you've got a good mobility routine. That type of recovery is super important for our strength to build and for our body to relax and reduce those stress levels so that we can lose some weight. When our stress is really high, our body hangs on to a lot of things. And it's important that we are paying attention to that. We also, in that rest and recovery, we want to make sure that we are taking time for us to unwind and exhale each day. In time for you, even if it's just 5 minutes of, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to drink my cup of coffee in silence before people get up. That deep breath, that exhale, that little bit of time for you is really important for that stress management. And as I just said, that high stress can keep us in a plateau. It can keep us from getting stronger. It can keep us from losing weight. It can keep us exactly where we are if we are not aware and if we are not managing it how we should. and how it works for us. And then that final thing that we need to make sure we're doing is if we've hit a plateau, we need to reevaluate. We need to set a new goal. We need to track our progress. So if you've noticed that you've hit a plateau and things are not changing, reassess your goal. Set a new goal. Say, okay, so I'm still this far off. I'm going to make a goal that's a little bit more attainable, strength-wise, weight-wise, whatever that looks like. And I'm going to track my progress this way, this way, and this way. I love apps. We use My Coach and the 90-day Kickstart. And what we do for that is we essentially create your actions together. I give you daily actions to complete. Drink your 90 ounces of water, making sure you get a brisk walk in on this day. Tomorrow, you're making sure you get your strength workout in that I've wrote for you, things like that. That right there is super important to track because remember, I've said this in previous episodes. If you've listened, our brain likes to play tricks on us and say, we're doing all the things. We're doing really well. I'm eating all the veggies. I'm drinking all the water. I'm moving my body. And in reality, you are doing some of it. You probably are not doing as much as your brain likes to tell you you were doing, though. So it's important that we notice that and we say, okay, I really have been slacking in my water. I need to get back into that. Let's redial that in. That right there, like I said, may take you over that plateau. I've actually been skipping my workouts because I haven't been packing food. And I know if I don't eat before my workouts, I don't feel very good. Okay, we're noticing those things when we track it. So if you've gotten away from tracking your progress and your goal and your actions, start tracking again. And that could be the missing piece to getting through this plateau, whether it's a weight loss or it's a gaining of strength or a combo of them both. Tracking your progress, knowing what you are tracking and focusing on it is so freaking important. We also want to remember that through all of this, plateaus happen. It's natural. We all hit plateaus. It's really important to turn around and look back at how far we've come. Our small wins. I drank my water. I made it to the gym. I lifted 2 pounds heavier today. I went for a walk when it was snowing, sleeting, raining, disgusting out. Whatever those small wins are, note them because when we hit that plateau, psychologically, we feel, I'm stuck. I can't do it. I'm stuck over and over again. And we start to beat ourselves down. It's going to show up, but don't let that be the main talking that happens. Start to, anytime you hear that, I'm stuck, I can't get through it. Well, today, to help get unstuck, I did this, this, and this. I'm proud of myself for this today. Start reinforcing those wins and that positive self-talk. That right there is going to allow those stress levels to fall because when we're stressing about not lifting heavier or not losing the weight we want, that increases, that negative self-talk comes in, and it all creates a cycle. So you are in control. Celebrate your small wins, track your progress, increase your volume, your reps, your sets, your weight. Make sure that you're looking at your nutrition. Drink some water. Give yourself some rest and recovery. Take an exhale. Plateaus are normal. Try one of these things. Don't try them all. I gave you 5. Do not try them all. I recommend going to the show notes, clicking our Facebook group, jumping in there, and let me know which one of these you are going to try. And like I said, if you want more personalized attention, make sure to check the show notes, send me an email and say, Morgan, I've hit a plateau. This is what I've been doing. Can we jump on a call and talk it through? Absolutely. I'm more than happy to, and I would love to talk it through with you. Finally, we've got our 90-day Kickstart program, which you can send me an email, just say Kickstart in it, and I will send you over those details so I can give you the coaching to get through that plateau. So you can lose those last few pounds or you can get through that strength block that you've been. So until next time, you are doing phenomenal. Celebrate those wins. I will see you all next time. Thank you for tuning in to the EmpowerHer Wellness podcast. I hope you found today's episode inspiring and packed with actionable tips. Remember, your journey to becoming the strongest, most confident version of yourself is just beginning. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode and join our community of empowered women. Until next time, stay strong and stay confident.